officially now on the way. Which way, I hear you ask? Today we're doing the Hangers way, 21 miles. We're doing it in a reverse route because we live close to Queen Elizabeth Country Park, so that's where we're starting, and we're heading off to Alton. It's 34 kilometres. Takes you through Petersfield, steep, up through Selborne, through Hawkley, and then finally over to Alton. Finishes at the train station, which again is handy, so we can get a train back to Petersfield. Today it's a little bit grey, only about 2 degrees, but at least it's not raining. You ready for this one today, Kate?
Ready and raring to go.
Right, let's crack on, guys. See you down a bit further. So as we approach the end of the Queen Elizabeth Country Park stint, we're walking on the South Downs Way, which, to anyone that doesn't know, is a 101 mile route from Winchester to Eastbourne. We have done part of the South Downs Way. We've done Winchester to a place called Washington. I think it's in Surrey. So we've still got about another 50 miles to do of that. Maybe this year, maybe not. And we'll soon be exiting Queen Elizabeth Country Park and going into Buriton. That's the end of the Queen Elizabeth Country Park stint, and we've actually walking on the Shipwrights Way and the Hangers Way are all part of the same walk for a little while. Got all these little statues along the Shipwrights Way, and the Shipwrights Way is a 50-mile walk that runs from Borden up at Alice Holt Forest and takes you all the way down to the naval base in Portsmouth. You go down to Haylen Island, and then you have to get the little ferry over and walk from Eastleigh all the way down to Old Portsmouth. Yeah, so for hundreds of years they've been mining chalk and lime out of the Buriton area, and as you can see, there's actually a designated walk here for it. The landscape looks really cool. You can see down there one of the trolleys they use to transport the lime and chalk. Never actually explored this area at all, so I have to come back and have a little walk around that. Looks quite interesting. This is the official badge you follow, the waymarks. Beautiful thatch on this old cottage here. It's a work of art. Yeah, we're just coming down into Buriton now. Really pretty little hamlet. So this is Buriton Lake. Got a big history actually with the lime and chalk cliffs up in the hills there. The carts and the horses were brought here to be washed down, obviously covered in chalk from a hard day's graft. But it's absolutely stunning here. Big church off behind me. There's not a great deal here, but just really pretty. Yes, with Buriton behind us, we're about 4 miles in. We're just walking through the market town of Petersfield, and today there is a market on. From here you head out and go through Petersfield railway station. So this is Petersfield station, and we'll be returning here on the way back before we get the bus back to Queen Elizabeth Country Park where we've left the car. Up there, the hill that you can see, that's Queen Elizabeth Country Park. So we're about 4 miles in now. So one thing we've definitely noticed walking the Hangers Way in the opposite direction from Queen Elizabeth Country Park up to Alton is there's very little signage going that way. Everything seems to be behind you constantly, which is pretty poor, I think. We did the Staunton Way a couple of weeks back, but videoed that here. It's a good walk, that one. But that's the same sort of thing, a 22-mile walk, and it's got signage in both directions, so it doesn't matter which way you do it, but we're finding it a bit frustrating going in this direction on this walk, as there's very little signage. Not very helpful. This is over the A3. A bit busier now than when we left this morning. Just entering Steep now, which is just the other side of Petersfield. We'll probably be going up the Poet's Stone soon, which is no small task. It is steep. That's Bedale School, just down there. So this behind me is All Saints Church. Some of Jane Austen's family are buried in this churchyard. What a lovely old church. Yeah, so this is Steep. Very pretty. Got a nice little waterfall there and a little meandering river. Now we're going to be heading up this way, up to a Shoulder of Mutton, which is where Poet's Stone is. Gets very steep here. Now Kate, I've bought us a house. Admittedly, it's a little bit of a doer-upper, but it's, you know, look at this scenery. It's beautiful.
No.
Can't please some people.
Really?
That'd be all right. Lick of paint. Really strong scent through this forest here of wild garlic. Won't be too long now and they'll be in flower, which is quite a sight to see. Some absolutely whopping houses in Steep. If any of you Take That fans out there, Mark Owen lives in one of them. Not sure which one. But yeah, I think there's quite a few famous people that live in Steep. I can understand why too.
Australia.
Yeah. God, glad to get them woolly hats off. Head was starting to bake. Bit cooler now. It's actually made quite a bit of difference since the sun's come out. It was very misty first thing this morning. It was only about 2 degrees, I think, wasn't it, love?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get a bit of sunshine on your face. Just walking our way to the shoulder of mutton now. We'll soon be heading up there to the Poet's Stone. The whole area around here, Steep, is actually known as Little Switzerland. Sort of has got a bit of an alpine feel about it. And this is where the steep ascent starts as well. So the Hangers Way has lots of these steep-sided slopes, chalk slopes, along its route. And hanger comes from an Old English word, hanger, which meant steep wooded slope. And soon we'll be coming to one of the biggest hangers all the way along the way, called Ashford Hangers. Looking forward to the views up there. Don't want that falling on my head. It's beautiful, isn't it? You gain a lot of height in not too long. Yeah, it's pretty tough going. Steep. Not too far to go now. We'll be at the top. So there's the shoulder of mutton. It's one of the finest viewpoints in the Ashford Hangers, where you look across the valley of South Downs rolling away into Sussex. Midway down this hill you will find the Poet's Stone, erected by John Mansfield in 1937 to the memory of Edward Thomas, the famous poet who lived nearby but was killed in the First World War at the Battle of Arras. Yep, great little spot that to stop for lunch. It's just gone 11:15 and we're 9 miles in now, so just under halfway. Thought it'd be a good time to stop. So yeah, get going again now. So what goes up must come down. We're just on our way back down Ashford Hangers now. Steep grassy slope. Absolutely beautiful out there though. The wind's got very cold. Didn't forecast rain today, at all, but sky's saying differently at the minute. But it's not so much that, it's the wind. It's bitter. Yeah, we're just at the middle of the march at the minute, and there's some baby lambs in the field, very close to lambing season. Always a good sign of spring, that. Some beautiful properties on Lower Oakshott. I think next we'll be going up Oakshott Hanger. When I was a child, my mum used to have these little ornaments called Lilliput cottages. I think I found the full-size scale. Incredible. This little section off the back of Oakshott Hanger been incredibly muddy. I think we're finally through it, but it was like wading. Lovely and clean, that water. Yeah, the little stream that we've been walking along is Oakshott Stream. Lovely and clean. The water's so crystal clear. Kate's just seen her nemesis, cows. They're quite young, them ones too. Yeah, so next we're heading to a little town called Hawkley. Oh God, they're all running. Don't panic. Had a couple of gunshots go off. There's a lot of farms around here. And the cows started following us. Kate's in a stricken panic. Bless her. I don't mind them, they're quite small, but if it was their mums, I might be hopping in Kate's arms like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. This is Hawkley. Again, not much here really, but it's very pretty. Another beautiful church. They're quite unique, all built in the flint. This down here is wild garlic, and if you pick the leaves and rub them, they absolutely honk of garlic. But these are really great to cut up and put on top of salads, but the whole area just smells of garlic. Yeah, good tip that. So we're just making our way now to Noar Hanger, which is the next one to chalk off. Which I'm gathering is probably that woody lump there. Just coming down to a ford now. I'm glad it's not at 6 feet. I didn't bring my swimming shorts. So this is the way up to Noar Hanger. Been absolutely decimated up here. Not sure if it's the ash dieback that they've been cutting down, or whether the 3 or 4 storms that we've had blow in at the end of 24 and 25 has completely demolished the area. But yeah, I've never seen so many trees down. Not many of them left. Yes, just working our way now off of Noar Hill, and just down this pathway here you go to Selborne Hill, and then after Selborne Hill you drop down into Selborne itself, and we'll stop there for a little while and get a coffee, I think, if something's open. A bit parched. Noar Hill was probably beautiful before the trees came down. 14 miles in now, so doing pretty well, and it's 1:30. Right, let's crack on. So we've just reached Selborne. This is famous for Gilbert White's house. I'll put a little bit about Gilbert White down here now. Yeah, we just stopped for another coffee. 6 miles to go. Really quite pretty, Selborne. Another beautiful old church. This one's called St Mary's Church. So up behind me you've got Selborne Hill and Selborne Hanger, which drops down to Selborne Common, and it continues on the other side of the road, which is what we're walking in now. It's all owned by the National Trust. Stunning wetlands here. This part of the walk from Selborne through the woodland has been really incredible. Houston, we have a problem. don't think they're supposed to be out here though, are they? Little baby lambs. They're still really tottery on their feet. I don't think they've been born that long ago. Really can't speak highly enough of the pathways and the forest trails since leaving Selborne. It really has been stunning. There's all these sort of like lakes and ponds flanking the route. None of them have actually got names, but so pretty. What do you call it? Yes, you just keep going really. It's come through a succession of fields and across little rivers over bridges. And we are now 18.2 miles in. So a couple more to go. So that's Alton off in the distance there, which is where the trail ends today. I think we've got about a mile to go. Get a train that gets us back to Petersfield so we can catch the last bus out. It's going to be tight. We'll see. Watch this space. There's Alton just coming into view there. It's like the mirage in the desert. So to get into Alton, we've actually got to cross the A31, which if anyone knows is a pretty fast dual carriageway. I don't think there's a crossing or an underpass, so this should be fun. So we didn't make the train, missed it by 11 minutes, typical. Next one's in 40 minutes, so we're just going, rest our weary legs. Of course, it's not on the platform we're at, it's on the other platform, so walk over the bridge first. Anyway, made it to the end of the Hangers Way, 21.3 miles. Excellent walk. Last mile or so was pretty tiring, but yeah, well worth doing. And actually, although I said before that there was very little signage coming in the opposite direction. Once we got past Hawkley, it was pretty good actually. So yeah, that was a bit of a bonus. So now we've got to get a train from Alton to Haslemere, and then Haslemere back to Petersfield, and then probably jump in an Uber back to Queen Elizabeth Country Park to pick up the car. So all in all, fantastic day. Did you enjoy it, my love?
Very, very, very good. Lovely walk. Definitely worth doing.
We'll leave you here on this walk. Hope you've enjoyed it. Again, all the links down in the description. I'll leave the route down there as well, GPX file, so you can follow the same route that we did. I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the outdoors, and we'll see you on the very next adventure. Laters!
Hey.